Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remember blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Remember, they will always change the narrative. The government will always try as much as possible to use the conventional media to change the narrative, but that I will not allow. In this platform, we'll set the record straight and we'll say it the way it is. Not preaching hate speech, not by talking down to anybody, but setting the record straight and bringing the information to the front burner and letting the world know the exact situation of things. Each time you watch my video, you can equally go to the comment section, put down your comments, say it the way you feel it. It's so welcome. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can be able to learn from one another. That is why I'm here. And now, I'm going to share with you a very important video. I hope after watching the video from the beginning to the end, you're going to enjoy the video and you continue to stick around and be able to enjoy the rest videos that are going to be coming your way from time to time. Thank you so much for coming. Today, the video I'm going to share with you is a very important video.
And in the studio, I have somebody to look at the present security challenges situation. Is another statesman, is a statesman, another statesman who was a founding member of the APC, was with the CPC, moved to found the APC, worked with President Muhammadu Buhari campaign for the 2015 election, and later joined the campaign for Atiku Abubakar in the 2019 presidential election. It is someone who has said he has not left the APC because you cannot call him that he's a member of the PDP. He has no membership card of the People's Democratic Party. But at the time, he moved that to form the reformed APC, RAPC. We don't know. We're going to start with that to tell us where it belongs before we go into the situation in the country. I have joining me Alhaji Buba Galadima. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Izioma, for having me on this program.
Thank you. Welcome. Like I said, I would like to ask, because I can't call you a member of PDP. I can't call you a member of... Because you do the validation of APC.
The situation is at hand is very, very serious. There is no need for semantics. Yes. We are all Nigerians and we are all in it. We are all involved. Yeah. And it's scary. I'm in distress. I am in pains. Even if I were the president of Nigeria, I wouldn't have received the kind of pressure that I get from people 24 hours, 7 days a week. No sleep from across the country, because there is no local government in Nigeria that I don't know somebody or somebody doesn't know me, or I cannot pick my phone and call another person. 3 days ago, I spent the whole night listening to people from Gaidam, which is about 110 kilometers away from my village, and spent the whole night listening to people from Tara of Sabon Birni local government of Sokoto state that were under attack, and that attack lasted for 24 hours. It started at 3 p.m. and by 3 p.m. the following day, the fire was still raging on. In fact, Gaidam, the latest I heard is that as I speak to you now, the Boko Haram made 2-3 trips back into the town and hoisted their flags. It is only prayers and God that can save Nigeria. And the solution is not far-fetched. I have told the platform this morning that it is not arrogance, it is not big head. We have to succumb to the eventualities of the situation today in the country. The military is overwhelmed, the military is overstretched, the military is underarmed, and the military is not receiving any motivation. Their morale is low. They cannot do what we would expect them to do, which is supposed to be their job. We are like sending our children directly into the gallows. That is what it means. But there was a solution. Somebody tried it. Somebody that we have accused and called names, called Dr. Ebele Goodluck Jonathan. When he came under pressure in 2015, he stopped the election by 6 weeks and imported mercenaries into the country. After 6 weeks, election was able to be held in every polling booth of this country. And we promised the nation that we can sort out the security challenge because we have experienced people, tested people supposedly. We can right the wrongs of economy.
Go ahead. You.
We can fix the economy. We can fix the security. We can fix unemployment in Nigeria. Today, none of this was achieved, and this is where we find ourselves. There is something compounding this situation, which Nigerians don't know, and I want them to know, because with the death of President Idris Deby, we have become exposed, we have become vulnerable, not only in Nigeria, but in almost all the countries surrounding Nigeria.
Sahara region.
That is Central Africa and West Africa. Idris Deby has about 2,000 strong, armed, brave men that is holding fort for the government in Niger Republic. Idris Deby has got unknown number of military people that is now propping the government in Mali. So also he has military people in Burkina Faso. He is the one that is managing the security in Central African Republic. And he's the one that is assisting Nigeria and Cameroon to stop the overtake of our territory by Boko Haram. Today, Idris Deby is no more. He was in Nigeria only 5 days to his death and signed a memorandum, security memorandum with the Nigerian government. Yet, when this man died, no Nigerian official, let alone a high-ranking person, was sent for his burial. And it was a golden opportunity for the entire West and Central African sub-region. Now that the French president came on Friday, it was for them to sit down and look at the security situation with the vacuum created by General Idris Deby. Our president didn't attend. I think all Nigerians will come out to really show their concern for the inability of Mr. President to attend that burial and hold a meeting with world leaders. It is a known fact that the Chadian government is the eye and the ears and the heart of the French government in Africa. Therefore, and Chad now is facing a rebellion, a civil war, because of the tribes that killed him.
Okay, he was killed by a particular tribe?
Of course he was killed
yes.
And those people, you should know that they were trained in Libya, in a territory held by General Khalifa Haftar. And Khalifa Haftar is being supported by Saudi Arabia, is being supported by Egypt, is being supported by Qatar, is being supported by UAE, and at the background, Russia. And there are now 4 rebel groups heading to N'Djamena, the capital of Chad. What is of concern is that some of them are coming from the Kanem region, some of them from the southern Sudan axis, some of them from Fire Lerju, Abacha region, and some of them directly from the Auzu Strip, all coming into in N'Djamena. N'Djamena, the capital. Okay. Some of them are less than 70 kilometers to N'Djamena.
So what are they?
So the likely thing now, because 2 days ago, the Supreme Military Council in Chad sat down and said they will not negotiate with any bandit that has a hand in the killing of General Idris Deby. If Nigerian leader were to be there with the French president, they could have called all the groups into a conference, all the 4 groups, including the Chadian government, sit them down and persuade them not to compound the issues for Africa and this COVID-19 wahala that is facing us.
What relationship does this add with Nigeria? The issue in Chad and the insecurity.
You don't know that it is Chad that is helping to maintain the Nigerian security from the North-East sub-region?
Oh, yeah.
The multinational joint force uses Chadian equipment, uses Chadian personnel, military, because one thing you must give the Chadian soldiers, they are very brave, they are very courageous, they are very resilient, they can work under any condition, they are not even afraid to die.
So and
that is why Idris Deby, as president, sitting president of Chad, left his comfort zone and flew to the war front where he met his death. That is the kind of soldiers that Chad has. They had that. Of course, you remember when Idris Deby, some 6 months ago, walked into Nigeria by wiping out the Boko Haram on the Chad axis. And because of pride of some few people, when he wanted to compel Nigeria to allow him to finish the job by picking Shekau and Jikwa, they refused him and started calling him names. And he got annoyed and said he was even going to pull out from the multilateral joint forces. Now, if Chad is embroiled in a civil war, which is imminent now, with these people not negotiating with others, it means Chad has to pull out his troops in Niger, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and in Central Africa.
So that makes us vulnerable.
All those governments, if they're not lucky, they will fall to bandits. Then where do we go to? With the military now overstretched on our land.
What's the solution then?
The solution is simple. For me, first, the president must establish a war cabinet, because we are in war, where every morning 9 o'clock they will sit down to review the security situation in the past 24 hours in Nigeria. If the president is not disposed into doing that, he should get the vice president, chair that committee, or get the national security advisor to do that every morning. Every morning, review what had happened within 24 hours. That is one. 2, more big head, more hire mercenaries to help us out. Because it is not who is doing the work, it is who can do that job. It is our security. We have to survive fast before we carry arrogance. We can't be arrogant in this situation. You mean if I'm here, if I hear the sound of gun, I will not go under this table?
You will even run out of the studio.
Thank you very much. So what is our pride? For 12 years, we were not able to contain this situation. Anybody that can help us do that is a friend. And it was when this government came in that they disengaged the mercenaries. And then Boko Haram and the other elements have now reared their head and started taking over the country. Southeast is on fire. Northwest is on fire. Northeast is on fire. Now, you have seen my friend, Governor Otom. Look at my son, Bello. You see the passion and with which they are talking. You can see, if they are talking there, but I'm already shivering here. because they know the situation now. They know where their shoes, they know where their shoe is pinching them, and nobody will help them. And the bad side of it is that nobody in this government listens to any advice.
Have you tried advising them?
Do you need to go physical? I'm talking. Why can't they look at the tape with which I'm speaking and review it? Which one that is right? I can't be an enemy. I have life. I am a Nigerian. I want peace. I want to. Now the rainy season is setting. That is a fertile ground for banditry, for insecurity, for insurgency across the land. If people are not able to farm this year, let me tell you, only God can save Nigeria.
Now let's look at this. First of all, we take a look at the people's trust in government. It seems that Nigerians, some of them, they don't trust those in government anymore. Even I saw what you said about the issue of alleged Patani's allegation and all that, and how people see government's ability to put a stop to insurgency at this time.
Look, this government has promised several things. One of them is employment, isn't it? We told the young men that we are going to give nearly 50 million of them jobs. Have we created one single job? If we created one single job, what is that job? Can you, in all honesty, say that the kind of money that the government throws into the air in terms of intervention, is it making any impact? And let me tell you that the economy, once you don't grow the economy, once you don't manufacture, once you don't industrialize, no government in the world can give job to everybody in that country. So also Nigerian government. So they have to put their sinking cap. And one of the things they have to do is to crash the interest rate from 35 to 5%, 3 to 5%, because it looks that we are only working for some few individuals who own banks. Whose interest are they serving? They are killing the country. You can't borrow and invest in industry or in manufacturing or even in trading, because you have to be minting money for you to make 35% for the bank and also make some profit for yourself. And the government is just watching. There must be justice and fair play. All tiers of government, federal, state and local government, must be allowed to do their job. As the federal government cannot take state monies meant for the state, so should the states not tamper with any money meant for any local government. This is where our crisis is, and we are afraid to say. Now, the staff of the judiciary are on strike.
Yes.
Local government staff are on strike. Don't you think they are right?
Even the health sector.
Health sector. Don't they need independence? Why does anybody think, because he's in a government house, that he thinks better or more intelligent than me? And there must be people like me who are not interested in politics.
You're not interested in politics?
Who are not interested in position, who are not interested in elective office, such that they can tell the powers that be the truth to their eyes. We are doing more work for the common man than the government itself, because we tell them the pains. You give us the opportunity and the platform to tell them what they are doing is wrong. We can't be damned. The country belongs to all of us, and we have elected them to do some particular jobs for us, part of which to secure our lives and property. Are they doing that?
As well as the welfare of the people. So now, Alaji, with all these complaints and lamentations, with all these complaints and lamentation, people are also have really started tussling politics for 2023. I was going through a particular platform today, and I saw a post that there must be restructuring. That if we hold on to say, if they don't restructure and make states, just like you said, powerful, give powers to states and the local government, then there will be no election. These are
sentiments expressed by people out of bottled anger that they are not in a position to change things, or they feel excluded, or they feel they are not wanted. This is the situation we find ourselves. There is no better restructuring in Nigeria more than allowing all agencies of government, all tiers of government to do their own proper job, not sharing money alone. We've taken loans running into billions of naira. Last week, the National Assembly approved the loans for Mr. President. Have they asked all the trillions that they have approved in the last 6 years? Show us what you had done with the money. I hear they tell us they are not corrupt. It's okay, you are not corrupt. You've borrowed this. What have you done with it? What have they done with the money in your state?
Well, I have seen some of the documents released, and I have also seen some links sent to me on what the government is doing in infrastructure, the railway, the second Niger bridge, the Yanko Warriors program, and all that. Some of these things have been documented, and I've been able to go through.
You are a good journalist. The second Niger bridge is not federal government money. PPP.
Yeah.
So please.
Yeah, that's true. It's PPP.
Don't tell me it is government money. Railway, from where to where? From Lagos to Ibadan. The one from here to Kaduna was constructed by Abacha, and even the wagons were brought at the port. They were not cleared until it was started during Yaradwa's time, the clearing. I know this because I have been a member of delegation that had gone to China several times with General Guner and Sabon Birni, Director of Railway Services. Both late. So nobody will sit down. We know history. They can't do that. We know. Let them tell us what they had done, they themselves. Whatever is the case, no Nigerian trusts this government because they have made promises during campaign and they have not fulfilled any. Are we secure?
Okay,
is there employment? Is there economic development?
So Elijah, before you go, as an elder statesman, you have the understanding, you have the knowledge. You read wide, because even when you talk, I know that you read so much to have this information. Lastly, before we go, in the next few minutes, we'd just like you to advise this government, because there's nothing we can do without the government, as well as also advise the people, Nigerians, what should be done to secure lives.
What is important in advising this government, even though I know they will never take it, because once you say anything, they classify you. Are you for us or against us? Even if you tell them the truth and give them the best of advice, they will not take. I said during the course of this program that the way out is that we can see maybe the president is not strong enough to give 24 hours of his time for this work. Let him please, for God's sake, anoint anybody, even if it is his son, somebody that is active, that can act on his behalf, so that people sit down to analyze all these issues every 24 hours and proper solutions.
Okay.
And one of the solutions is that they must seek to use intelligence and technology in order to defeat this hydra-headed octopus insecurity in our country.
All right.
Lastly, since the military is overwhelmed, the best they could do is please hire mercenaries. It is going to be cheaper for us to advise our military on the way to sort out this insecurity.
All right. Alaji.
I said the people.
Because time. Okay, 5 seconds.
I can check land. Now, we have no electoral act on the ground for the last 11 years, since 2010. All of us Nigerians must put pressure on this government to give us a befitting, justiciable electoral act that can assist in determining the best of elections of the standard that is befitting of a Nigeria. Nobody alone can do it. Buba Galadima cannot do it. No political party alone can do it. It is all Nigerians that must put hands on them to ensure that this happens. Or else, these people will foster another person on us, and we will have only ourselves to blame.
All right, Alhaji Buba Galadima, like we said before, is another statesman, a politician, and is a concerned Nigerian. He's always speaking. He speaks in all the platforms in the country, just to encourage Nigerians as well as advise the government on what to do to stop the issue of insecurity. Thank you very much, Alhaji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. Kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you, and remember this. Bye-bye. See you again.